In this video, I'm going to show you guys step by step my story from childhood to starting my first digital marketing agency to running 4 businesses, becoming a sales rep, then later venturing fully into real estate, running the business that I do now. I want to share this with you because, hey, I am no different than you. I didn't graduate with the best GPA, and if I did it, so can you. So this is how I went from the guy on the left with no money, high anxiety, and just the feeling of being lost and sad to the guy on the right, who you know now, running a successful online real estate business and fulfilling the life that God has set forth for me. So let me take you back to the beginning. I grew up in a suburb in California where I played sports my entire life, like whether it was football, basketball, baseball, golf. I mean, I loved it all. On the other hand, my family life was a bit tough. With the divorce and the death of my father at 15, it was by far one of the major driving factors that was forcing me to start venturing into entrepreneurship. And at the end of the day, it was just one of those moments that you probably had that was a decision on, hey, I'm not going to live how I grew up. I'm going to start a business. So, I mean, my problem was never the ambition. It was the lack of connections, capital, and experience that ultimately held me back from achieving where I wanted to go. Right. So I got my first job in the Christmas season of 2020, and that's actually where I ended up making my first $1,000. It consisted of putting up trees on people's cars, trimming them, and just ultimately lots of labor. Right. But the thing that really benefited me is I also worked the floor. So I sold. Now, I wouldn't get commission for these sales, but I would get tips for putting trees on people's cars. What ultimately taught me customer service, right? It also taught me sales, communication, and time management. I didn't realize it at first, but it was honestly a fantastic job for me to get into entrepreneurship later down in my life. It was also during that time where I decided to open up a crypto account with my mom's permission under her name. It was and use my money. Now I didn't make that much at the start, but my $400 ended up compounding into another $1,000. Now, I would not recommend this because looking back on it, it's going to be hard for crypto to be the same as it was in 2020 with the pump. So I would invest in the best asset that you have, which is going to be in yourself and your mind. Alrighty, so this is the fun part, right? I did nearly everything I could to make my first $10,000. So as you can see here, I sold chains on eBay. I walked dogs. I mowed lawns. But most importantly, I started a digital marketing company. That later led me down a very successful path in my life. And it just honestly benefited me so many ways, it's hard to count. Much like my Christmas tree lot job, the digital marketing agency I ran taught me so much about sales and cold calling and just all types of cold outreach, right? I wouldn't recommend the agency model currently, but it's a great way to learn. And I'll actually share a clip of my 16-year-old self cold calling, getting cussed out by some random business owner. But I guess where I'm trying to go with all of this is if I would have taken all the fluff out of my other businesses and just stuck to sales while learning everything I could, I would have gotten to that $10,000 a month a lot faster. But hey, here's that clip of me 3 years ago on a cold call.
Hello.
Hey, it's Matt from Plato Digital. Does that name
From
sound
where?
familiar? Plato
From where?
Digital.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Hi. Can I just briefly explain why I called real quick, and then you can let me
Hello.
know if it makes sense to talk. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Mohammed is there?
Hi.
Mohammed?
I'm not Mohammed. No. My name is
Yes.
Matt.
Oh, hello. Yes.
Hi.
I thought there's a Mohammed called a couple of minutes ago.
Oh no, you're
Was it
good.
that? Was it that
Can,
from
can,
your office?
no, it wasn't actually. I'm from someone else.
You know,
I just saw you guys on.
you keep saying this. You have a dick in your mouth?
Hello.
Yes. Are you having a dick in your mouth? You're saying Is that a dick? What is it?
So basically, I'm a business owner, brother. I
Yeah, go
created a
fuck
software.
yourself. Go fuck yourself, motherfucker.
Yes, that was me, and that was 100% real. And honestly, hey, I don't think of that could have gone any better. No, but for real, if you guys want to start entrepreneurship, get ready for just a whole lot of crazy stuff and people trying to get in your way from achieving success. So soon after that, I had a business idea that I thought was going to be the next new era and just be something that I would retire me by 25. It was Cozy Caps. Not only does this brand still have a special place in my heart, but it serves as a venture that hooked me on entrepreneurship for the rest of my life. I remember waking up every day thinking about growing the company. Then I would go to school and be thinking about the same thing, all to rush home that day to work and repeat the process the day after. I was determined, but three things continued to hold me back. It was the core three. Number one was capital. I had no money, right? No, number two was connections. I didn't know anyone who had ran a successful clothing company prior, and I didn't know anyone that could get me in contact with people that could help me be successful. Number three was the experience and knowledge. I didn't know how to run a clothing company whatsoever. Not only did I not have the connections, I didn't know where to even start. I didn't know how to build a website. I didn't know how to design clothes. I didn't know anything. And no matter how hard I would try to balance every part of the business, I just lacked the resources necessary to succeed. So after a few months, something changed. I met a man while working a side job at the local mall who introduced me to sales. Not just any sales, door to door sales. Yes, the cringy wearing, polo wearing guys who harass old grandmas for their last dollars, or so I thought. After some conversation and him telling me the financial opportunity for this job and how they are the largest providers in the country, I was convinced. I figured I had nothing to lose, and the primary reason why I failed in the past was due to a lack of sales skill. This is where I felt like I truly blossomed as a person. And in my opinion, these are certain skills and lessons that can only be learned knocking doors, talking to average people, learning about the different ways of life and cultures, and ultimately how people tick. It is not a coincidence that some of the most powerful business owners in the world right now start off doing door-to-door sales early in their career. Not only was I able to open more door-to-door service companies with what I learned and the money that I made along the way, but most importantly, I got those connections that I was so sought after. It was all around just one of those life-changing opportunities that I hope every single one of you gets to go through. And now it was about a year and a half of absolute grind every day, 24/7, but I would not change a thing if I could go back. During this time, I also got burned by my first business partner, which I learned the most valuable lesson possible, which if you think someone is shady, they probably are. And gossip in the workplace is as productive as trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. It wastes time and it's childish. It was also during that same time where I led a team of setters and closers who, to this day, most of them are my best friends who are all going to go on to be super successful due to the valuable knowledge that they all acquired. Now, you're probably asking yourself, who even is this guy? What is he doing now that he left door to door? Why am I listening to him? None of this makes sense. So, to give you some context, before making my full exit from solar, I made it my due diligence to get at least one Airbnb property that will pay me at least $3,000 profit every month. I took the money that I had saved up through my previous businesses that I ran since I was 15, and then my door-to-door ventures, and invested some of the money into corporate housing, which if you weren't already going to go check that section out, just hold tight and check it out after. It's definitely worth the watch. So this is my life currently. I manage and own half of my Airbnbs, and right now they bring in a little over $25,000 every single month. And with the profits off that, I'm immediately reinvesting that into more properties. I want to show you guys all this because, not to brag, but because it's possible. I'm not smarter than you. I don't work harder than you. And if I do work harder, it's not like you're incapable to work as hard as me. I just never gave up. That's the only difference. In this point of my life, I'm continuing to work as hard as I possibly can to scale to $100,000 a month, and I want to bring you guys with me. Whether you're 13 and never started a business, or 18 and already have one under your belt, or 25 with a steady job, just not quite making as much as you deserve, you might want to check out my school. And if you're already inside, I can't wait to see what's in store for you. But if you're someone who wants to learn a high income skill and be your own boss, here are just a few reasons why you should join. Right? First and foremost, your network is your net worth. Everyone has heard the same thing, that if you show me your closest friends, I can show you your future. But a better way to outlaw this is being in circles online or in person where everyone is winning and helping each other for the sake of growth. I want everyone who's inside to share their journey, leave a fact about yourself with your name, age, and Instagram so we can all follow each other. I want to help you grow. And in this community, we are all like-minded entrepreneurs taking similar paths to success. No one is left out, and everyone will make it to the top. It's your decision. Thanks for listening.